Good morning, Sagittarius. Happy Monday. It's Monday, November 3rd. I'm Kat. This is Tarot with Kat, and welcome back. Welcome to my relatively new YouTube channel. I'd like to start today's reading by quickly asking you, if you have not hit that subscribe button yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so. I'm doing a subscription drive right now. For the first 500 subscribers, you will get a free membership to Tarot with Kat. I need 500 subscribers to open my member section, which will let me do extended readings and offer all kinds of other bonus material for you for members. And so it'll be a few dollars a month after when I open that section, but for the first 500, it will be absolutely free. So take a minute right now and hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free to you. Thank you so much for being here. All right, Sagittarius, for the week of November 3rd through the 10th, Mars enters Leo, is going to activate a big surge of personal ambition, creative expression, bold self-assertion. Fire signs are going to feel really charged. It's a prime time to launch ideas, step into the spotlight, or take decisive action. But with intensity also comes the potential of burnout or acting too fast. That's the thing to be cautious of. Ground the fire with thoughtful pacing. And Sagittarius, your adventure flame is lit. So seek expansion, but remember that wisdom tempers action. So be careful with that. And now let's see what the tarot has to say, shall we? This is the reading for Sagittarius for the week of November 3rd through the 10th. All right, I'm gonna put this over. I don't know where to put my bow. There we go, behind the shelf. Okay, we're right now I'm using the Centennial Smith-Waite deck, which I have put a link to in the description below the video. If you click more and open up the description to this video, you'll find lots of information, including links to my decks, a link to buy me a coffee if you really appreciate this read and would like to support this channel. I'd so appreciate it. As well as, well, there you are, as well as biblical scriptures to go along with this tarot reading, which I do for family and friends of mine that really appreciate that. So that's in the description section as well. All right, so you are coming up, Sagittarius, this week as an Eight of Swords. And so you're being crossed by a Seven of Cups as your challenge obstacle awareness. Down in your subconscious tool shed, what you're bringing with you is the Hanged Man. In your immediate past here, we've got Justice, another major arcana. Above you in your crown as your ideal, another major arcana, Temperance. Stepping into your immediate future, Sag, you've got a Five of Cups. You and your environment this week are feeling a Four of Swords. Your environment around you is giving you a Two of Pentacles. In your hopes and fears section, we've got this Queen of Swords. And as a potential final outcome, we've got this wonderful Six of Pentacles. All right. Cups, Pentacles, Swords, no wands, no fire here. Several major arcana. So let's check this out and see. Before we get deeper into this reading, Sagittarius, I'm going to pull a card from my holographic Rider-Waite deck, and we're going to pull a confirmation card here. This will confirm or further clarify this reading for us at the very end. If at any time your intuition is telling you, I think I know what that card is going to be, put your guess in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. Okay, so Sagittarius, you this week are being represented by the Eight of Swords. So this is a card of feeling trapped, feeling very trapped, not knowing what to do, and feeling super trapped by things. And the thing to remember always with the Eight of Swords is it is a self-imposed imprisonment. You are not as trapped as you think you are. You're only feeling trapped because of your thoughts. And swords are thoughts. Swords are words, thoughts. Yeah. So the way you're thinking is making you feel trapped this week. You've got things that you need to do, maybe that you don't want to do, and that's making it feel like you don't know what you should do this week. And maybe the reason why you're feeling this Eight of Swords and not knowing what to do is because of what's crossing you, this Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups is a card of so many options. There's all these options. There's all these beautiful options, but you don't know which one to pick, and you're afraid of picking the wrong one. It could be analysis paralysis blocking you. So I think you're wanting to press forward with things in your life, except you're feeling like you're unsure of which path to take and which way to go. And that's why you're being crossed by this Seven of Cups. You're bringing with you, as part of your subconscious tool shed, this Hanged Man. This looking at things from a new perspective, from a different perspective. So you've been doing that. You've done that. And now that's part of you. And now I feel like you always try to do that. I feel like you try to, because it's part of your subconscious of who you are able to look at things from different perspectives and consider other people's perspectives, for example. That can also be problematic. That can also be what leads you to that analysis paralysis, because you can see all these different perspectives. It can be difficult to choose what's right for you. Okay, so you're bringing that Hangman with you as part of you. You're stepping out of, in your immediate past, the Justice card. Our 11th major arcana comes right after death, the end of something, and there's a coming to justice. It's a weighing out, it's a balancing of karma, the karmic scales finally balancing out. So I feel like you've been dealing with things in your immediate past where things have finally started to come to justice. Like, you've been struggling with what to do if you made a decision, and then because of that, things evolved to balance things out and make things right again. And I think you've been able to see some of that starting to happen in your life. Above you, you've got in your crown as your ideal is Temperance. So again, I think for us this week, for fire signs, what I told you, you're going to feel this impulse to innovate and be taking all this decisive action, but you have to be careful. And so you have to use that temperance. You have to make sure you're balancing things out and listening to all sides. So that's an important thing to keep doing. That's why it's crowning you there in your crown, Sagittarius. Stepping into your immediate future, right around the 7th, just after the 7th of November, you're going to be walking into a situation where you're feeling this Five of Cups. So I feel like you're really changing things in your life. You're really you're dealing with things, and because of it, you're necessarily losing certain things because of the decisions you're making. That's necessary, but it could cause you to grieve over the things you've had to lose, and that's an energy you don't want to get stuck in. This is a card of crying over spilt milk. It's literally water under the bridge. If you look at the picture, there's a river flowing under a bridge. So water's under the bridge. Can't unring that bell. And it's good to be empathetic and feel bad for the things that are lost, that have had to go by the wayside. But it's super important to turn around and look at the two full cups behind. Look at what you've got and count your blessings. Have gratitude moving forward, because this can get you stuck. Fives are a card of being off balance and not making progress. And you're going to be stepping into that situation. So my advice to you, when you do, and you start feeling sad about those things that were left behind, go in and mourn them and feel that and say, that is sad, but look at now. But now look what we have. Let's focus forward now. That's going to be super important for you, Sagittarius. one way to do that, this week in your environment, you've got the Four of Swords. So you're going to be feeling very introspective and quiet, not communicating less than normal. And us Sagittarius, I'm Sagittarius too. We're very chatty people. We love to talk. But this week, you're going to be more introspective and listening and not speaking and not communicating as much this week. Your environment is giving you this Two of Pentacles, Two of Coins, and that's juggling. That's you're going to be trying to juggle things this week. Home, job, different issues that arise, and you're trying to juggle them all and deal with them well as you're juggling them. So in your hopes and fears category here is this Queen of Swords. She's this isn't necessarily a person or a gender. It's not male, female. This is Queen of Swords energy because it's in your hopes and fears sector. I do not feel, and this is a general reading, I do not feel this is a specific person, like some air sign in your life. I really don't. I feel like it's Queen of Swords energy that you hope for. I feel like you're being really quiet and you're mourning over things that are lost. You've had some justice in your immediate past that have caused things to like change, and you're feeling kind of trapped. So because of feeling so trapped in all what you're feeling, I think you hope for this Queen of Swords energy where you value logic and reason, and you're nurturing it, and you're in control of it, and you're in charge, and you're not so emotional about things. She can sometimes be too detached, the Queen of Swords. So, and you're surrounded by swords. So it could be a fear of being too detached and wanting to, losing, the fear of losing connection, the fear of being too detached from people could be it as well. In your hopes and fears category, final potential outcome is this wonderful Six of Pentacles. So this is a great card. This is a card of giving back, charity. It's a card of charity. So I feel like you're going to be achieving things and getting to the point where you're doing so well that you're able to share that. You're able to spread that love and share that wealth and or knowledge and or wisdom with people and give back in that way, which is wonderful, because when you do this, when you get to give back, that's when you progress on to the 7th and the 8th and you start receiving more. You really do have to give to get in this universe. And so that's a really wonderful card there. I'm just kind of thinking about, just looking at for a minute about your numbers going on. All right. I wonder what this confirmation card might be, Sagittarius. It could be more about furthering these pentacles. Could be more clarification about being more contemplative yourself and your environment this week and quiet. More information about how you're actually in a self-imposed imprisonment because of all these choices that you have to make. The thing to do with all these choices is just, don't take any action too quickly. I think I mentioned in the beginning of this, you're stepping in the spotlight and taking decisive action, but you got to be careful about not acting too fast. And I think that's going to be you this week, Sagittarius. So our confirmation card is a Knight of Cups. So I said, I think that is your fear, that Queen of Swords. You fear being... Sagittarius are very emotional. We really connect with people. We are all about that emotional connection with people and connecting on a deeper emotional level, not just a logical level. So I feel like there's something coming in with this Knight of Cups, this offer of connection, and Knights they take action, and this is action toward establishing deeper emotional connections. So I have a feeling that maybe that's coming in. You're going to be working at really connecting to that part of you, Sagittarius, is what this Knight of Cups says to me. It also is all about, this cup is about intuition and creativity. And so you might be having some opportunities coming your way with this Knight of Cups to be more creative and make, and like I said, opportunities to make new relationships and connection coming your way. So there you go, Sagittarius. I really hope to see you back next week. If you haven't done so yet, take a moment, hit that subscribe button. You will get a free membership to the membership section of this channel, which offers extended reads and so much more. So please do that. Thank you for being here. I'm Kat. We'll see you next week. Thank you for being here.